Hello and welcome to more Marvel character talk. We're going to look at some Silver Age comics, and it's instead of the heroes, we're going to look at just these three covers and talk about them. This is the Western heroes, the kids, the Two-Gun Kid, Rawhide Kid, and Kid Colt Outlaw. And I believe Rawhide Kid met Hawkeye in some kind of time future thing with the Avengers. They have a selection of some of these that I liked, some of the covers, or if there were crossovers, which you see these two. We'll take a look at the covers here. Let's take a look at the outfits. Always get confused in my mind to this day which outfit which went with which name. Let's see. I'll take a look here. These are all 12 centers from 65 or earlier usually, or 66, 65 time period. This one I think might have the coolest outfit. This is Two-Gun Kid. There he is in the cover corner, issue 75. Greatest adventure of the bravest gunfighter of them all. Remember the Alamo, three of the most dramatic and perishable words in the history of the Old West. See the kid go wild as his guns bark for vengeance. Believe this is a Kirby and Ayers cover. Very nice. These are all just in okay shape. I bet this one would look great if you could find a 9.8, if that exists, or a 9 something, really. And this was in the time period they were first featuring the club, and they actually put a little sticker type thing on the front as part of the artwork. The want you. This Merry Marvel Marching Society wants you. In some of my comics, I go into the inside of the comics, and I've shown the ad for that. And those kits and things are collectible just like the comics, but a lot harder to find. All right, let's take a look at this Rawhide Kid. There he is there. There he is on the cover. And he's meeting Kid Colt. And then we'll look at that cover last, which is kind of neat because it has a prototype Dr. Doom in it. What's this? Can we believe our eyes? Is this really Kid Colt Outlaw fighting the Rawhide Kid? See the startling answer inside. One of the most daringly different Western thrillers of all, the menacing masquerader strikes again. So it was kind of cool to get both of the two of the three kids meeting on a cover. I would have showed one for this, but I either don't have it or they didn't do it, where he met one of the other ones. But if I get that in the future, I'll show that. And then on this one, you see this is Kid Colt's book, and he's meeting the Rawhide Kid. It's kind of neat with the blue. Deadly guns roar when the two kids meet. Guest starring the Rawhide Kid. I think this might be a Kirby one also. And then this was big news. Iron Mask is back, more dangerous than ever. I have some of those in there. And he was cool. He had sort of like an armor. And you see his face mask is very much like Dr. Doom, who was, of course, by the time these comics are out, was already around. He came out in the FF in 62, so they started doing some type of villains that were sort of super villainy for the Western heroes to fight. So that's cool. There's a close-up of the cover corner. Very nice. I've done a couple of these before. If I can think of it, I'll try to give a link to one of them. And then, as I said, I'll show more of the issues in the future. They could do these in an MCU show because they've got time travel, and they could do some of the Western. I think on one of Agent Carter they mentioned, because that takes place in the 40s, they either mentioned a radio show or a serial type at the movies with one of the kids. Was just a little Easter egg, a nod to them existing. One day we'll get the street-sized monsters like the Frankenstein and Dracula, along with Blade and Man-Thing and all of those, and then the giant ones like Fing Fang Foom. So much more for Marvel to do besides their endless heroes and villains, which they have so much to do. Disney could turn right over and just do Marvel, and they'd never run out of ideas. Thanks to Stan the Man Lee, Jack Kirby laid the groundwork, and Steve Ditko in the 1960s. Till next time, more Marvel character talk. Thanks for liking and subscribing.